Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. That's in the ancient Hebrew tongue. For bless you Yahweh, bless you Yahushai, bless you Yahweh, bless you Yahushai, bless you Yahweh in the name Yahushai. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahushai is the Son of God. Right, and as you can see on the screen, this video is going to be concerning disenchantment, which is an act of or state of being freed from enchantment or freeing from false belief or illusions, which the whole world sitteth in darkness. The whole world sitteth in deceit and illusions and enchantments because of Esau Edom. Which, start off with this lesson, I want to go to the book of Isaiah. Chapter 27, bear with me, 25, right? Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. It says, he will destroy, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering. This mountain is concerning America. Right, it says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering, cast over all people. Right, that's that enchantment. That's that covering of deceit, if you will. That's that deceit and illusions and enchantments that's being that have encompassed the whole world, that have covered the whole world, that have covered the eyes of many people. Right? It says, and a veil that is spread over all nations. A veil is a covering, right? And that coverings deceit, illusions, false beliefs, fables, right? Philosophy, etc. Right? So, keep continuing on with this lesson. I got a couple of precepts lined up, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. Right, and how, and this video also is going to be concerning how is the Lord freeing us from false belief, from illusions, from deceit. All right, let's go to the book of 2 Thessalonians. All right, this is the book of 2 Thessalonians. Matter of fact, let me get on the blue letter real quick. Bear with me. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Right, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And this is concerning Esau Edom, right, the white man, which he is the devil that the Bible speak of. Right. So going into it, let me read it again. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. Let's look up the word falling away real quick. Which is a defection. Bear with me. Going to the word defection, it goes into a conscious abandonment of doctrine. Basically, it's abandoning our people and the whole world, basically forsaking and abandoning and departing from truth, departing from sound doctrine, departing from that which is right. And because this man of sin, this son of perdition, which is the white man, he's causing this. He's causing the whole world, especially you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, to abandon or to forsake truth, forsake the right way. Right now, that day have already come. There's already been a falling away first, because the whole world sitteth in darkness. There's a covering or a veil cast over the whole world, over all the people. Right? Let's get Psalms real quick. Alright, bear with me. Alright, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness, meaning they don't know the truth. And that's exactly what that falling away is. They don't know the truth. They don't know the right way. Right? It says, neither will they understand. It says they walk on in darkness. Now, when you go into the scriptures, spiritually, darkness will represents deceit, wickedness, perdition, yeah, basically being deceived, wickedness, perdition, you know, etc. It says all the foundations of the earth are out of course, right? Because of this man Esau and him being in power and authority in the earth, and him being raised, you know, or being seen by the world as that golden standard of what a people should be, him being in that him being lifted up, he's, you know, has basically a control over the earth, right? Yeah, control over the earth, to the point where he could spread his deceit, his deceit, his illusions, his false teachings amongst the world. That's why there's that's why Christianity, modern Christianity, is the most dominant religion on the earth. That's why the image of modern image of Jesus is the most dominant image, which is, you know, they portray the Son of God as being a white man. They portray Jesus as being a white man, and that's a dominant image amongst the nations. So that alone tells you that this man is has a authority, a power on the earth. And this man, he's the problem. He's setting the problem amongst the nations, if you will. Right? But going into it, right, let's continue on this in this chapter. Right, so that's why, you know, a lot of our people subscribe to, you know, worldly religions, which ultimately is, you know, false teachings. Right, but going into it, says, who opposeth, verse 4, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship. Right, because Esau Edom, he sits in perfect beauty. Also, when you go into Isaiah chapter 14, he's the that golden city. He's the golden city which heapeth up treasure, riches, wealth. Right, he's also set, or he's seen as that golden standard. Right, it says, and that's how he exalts himself. That's how he opposeth the Most High. That's how he show himself to be worshipped. Or because he portray himself, or he, you know, he sets up images of what they try to portray as God is. They try to portray God is, which is not true. Right? They say Jesus is white. They try to portray that God is white, which is not true. Right? It says, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High. So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. right? It says, remember ye not, and this is Paul's epistle. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Right, so, hey, this man, Esau, Edom, right, because, the Roman, was the time of the Rome, great Roman Empire, when Paul was writing these epistles. And Paul knew exactly who the son of perdition was, which is the white man, Esau, Edom. Verse 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Right, so going to the word mystery, it's a secret. It's something that is hidden, not easily revealed. So this man, Esau, Edom, he portrays himself to be that hero. He portrays himself to be that great nation on the earth, that powerful nation, that so-called golden standard, which he is not. But now he's being revealed as, revealed to being the devil. Right? He portrays himself to be that great thinker amongst the nations. Right? It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. So it's a secret. That's why our people cannot understand that this man is a devil. Well, he portrays himself through television, that he's that hero, that good man, that he's a lamb. He portrays himself to be a lamb when he is not. When he actually is a dragon. Right? That he's a good man, that he's a man of God, when he is not. Right? It says, only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, Esau, Edom. Now he is being revealed as to being the devil that the Bible speak of. Now he's being revealed to be that evil on the earth, that son of perdition. And one of the ways he's being revealed is by, the prophets revealing him, uncovering his secret places, uncovering and laying bare his true work, his true deeds, his true soul, if you will, man. It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Now, that's, one of that ways the Lord using setting up his prophets and prophesying the downfall of this man, prophesying against this world, prophesying against Esau, Edom. This is exactly what I'm doing now. Showing that he is the son of perdition, the mystery of iniquity. That he is the man of sin. He opposeth the Most High. He opposeth that which is right. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. It says Esau, Edom, he's the after the working of Satan. Meaning he's doing the bidding of Satan, the spiritual demon Satan. That's why this the adultery is at an all-time high. Spiritual adultery as well, which is idolatry, sorcery, witchcraft, divination. Right? So many people subscribe to zodiac signs, which is a part of divination, sorcery, palm reading. Right? It says, even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan. So if we reveal this man Esau, Edom, hey, we are basically exhorting our people to depart from the world, which departing from the world is departing from Esau, Edom, and his deceptibleness, if you will, his wickedness, his tricks, his trickeries, if you will, man. Right, exposing his wickedness and the wickedness of the world, we are warning our people to depart from his guilt, his craftiness, his enchantments, his illusions, the false beliefs of the world. It says, whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Right? So, hey, this man, all this technology, all this all these inventions, right? Right, bear with me. Verse 11, it says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion concerning our people, concerning you black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and the other nations, and the other tribes, if you will, especially focusing on on the 12 tribes of Israel, you black, Latino, and Native Indians. The Lord sent y'all a strong delusion. That's why y'all worshiping a white man upon a cross, which is ultimately white supremacy. Now, ultimately, y'all thinking that that we don't gotta keep the commandments. Now y'all worshiping a false image, man. Now y'all subscribing to all manner of religions. Now y'all going to so-called Christian modern Christian temples where there's a Christmas tree in it, man. Now you celebrating all manner of worldly holidays. You celebrating Christmas, Halloween, birthdays. When you so illusion. When you've been so deceived and enchanted that you think that these things is acceptable, it's normal to celebrate. Where you think that that you don't have to depart from any wickedness, but all you do, to the point where all people think that all they gotta do is believe in Jesus, and they don't gotta depart from any wickedness, and they still gonna make it. They still gonna be saved. That's you a deceived person, man. Right? So the Lord sent y'all that strong delusion, and it says that they should believe a lie. Right? Now, I got a couple of precepts going into disenchantment, which the Lord is ultimately using his prophets to basically unravel, basically to take that covering, that veil from away from you, away from your face. Right? Alright, let's go to the book of Song of Solomon. Yeah, Song of Solomon, bear with me. Alright, this is the book of Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 7. It says, the watchmen, which is the prophets, the teachers. It says, the watchmen that went about the city found me. So that's our people, or some of our people is coming to acknowledging this truth. They either come across this truth, this word, by way of social media, by way of YouTube, by way of meeting a prophet or a teacher preaching the word in the public, in the city, in the country, in the public, rather than, if it's in front of a store, in the highways and the byways, we come across it in some type of way, right? And that's, that happens to a lot of prophets, the teachers, that's been in this truth for more than 10 years, because they came across this truth by way of meeting somebody that knew of this truth, that preached this truth. Right, so it says, the watchmen that went about the city found me. They smote me. They wounded me. The keepers of the walls took away my veil from me. So basically, when you go into the word, this word is is sharper than any two-edged sword. Let me get that real quick. Let's go to the book of Hebrews. Right? Book of Hebrews. Right, this is the book of Hebrews, chapter 4, verse 12. It says, "For the word of God is quick and powerful." So it's gonna, it's quick, man. It's powerful. It's gonna basically cut or unravel or debunk any false thing, if you will. It says, "And sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit." It says, "And of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart." So this word is able to basically pierce you. It's able to cut you in a way of that it. Let me get this precept to basically add on to what I'm saying. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds." So this word, which is a sword, sharper than any two-edged sword, which is powerful, right? So this word is able to pull down strongholds, and those strongholds is enchantments, illusions, false belief, deceit, philosophy, false teachings, right? It's able to basically cut those things and pull those things down so you could acknowledge the truth. It says, "Casting down imaginations," right? Now you're not when you come to this truth, now you're not worshiping false beliefs. Now you're not worshiping idols. Now you're not subscribing to false teachings. Now you're not into philosophy. Because of what? You acknowledge the truth. Now that's going to be after godliness, which is going to ultimately be for your salvation. And it all starts with you hearing of the word, because faith comes by hearing. It says, "Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God." So this thing is able to cast down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God. Now you know that celebrating these holidays is wicked, because you heard the prophets, you heard the word. Now you know being into Christianity and Mormonism and all these other religions is not the right way, because of what? You heard the prophets, you heard the word. And this word is able to save your soul. It's able to uncover. It's able to make you. It's able to enlighten you, if you will, enlighten you, and give you spiritual enlightenment, if you will, man. It says, "And bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach." So now, when you come to this truth and acknowledge the truth and believe on it, now you're basically. Now your mind is basically a slave. Your mind is basically, your heart and your mind is basically a slave to truth, which is that's the best thing to be a slave to truth. Now you're a prisoner of truth, of the right way. Because before this truth, we were a prisoner to, we was servants to sin, to wickedness before it. Before we heard of this truth, before we heard of this word, we was a servant to wickedness, sin, deceit. But when we come to hearing of this word and hearing sound doctrine, good teachings, this truth, the knowledge of Yahushua, when we come to acknowledging and hearing of it and learning of it a slave or a servant or a prisoner to truth, to knowledge. Now we are obedient to it, man. It says, and having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. Right, so going back to Song of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 7, it says, the watchmen that went about the city found me, they smote me, they wounded me. That's why when you have been so deceived by the world, because you was born in it and you were programmed growing up by way of television, by way of education, by way of your own people. You know, when you've been, so enchanted, so illusioned, or so deceived, when you come across truth, which is the truth is the word, when you come across this word, this truth, you kind of get cut. Your thoughts and your heart and your soul, your spirit, you kind of get cut, if you will. Your thoughts get cut. That's why you have people getting angry. They get sad when they come across this truth, right? That's why you have your own people try to fight you when you try to preach them, when you try to tell them the truth. Right? They try to fight you. They get angry. They refuse it because it cuts their mind, their thoughts. It cuts their heart. It offends the wrong, the deceit in them. It actually opposes themselves because themselves are deceived. So this thing, it opposes them, so they get offended. Right, so it says, right, some get offended and some love it because they know that it's the truth. Some get offended and some love it, and some receive it. Some acknowledge it and some refuse it. So this how this word is powerful. This word is powerful, man. It says they wounded me, the keepers of the walls took away my veil from me. So this word, like I said, a veil is a covering. A veil, because when you go into a bride, sometimes a bride will have a veil over their face. Something that covers their face. And that veil is the deceit, the illusions, the enchantments, the false beliefs, the philosophy, the false teachings. And the prophets and the teachers, they take away that veil, that covering from your face, so that you may see the truth, so that you may see the right way, the word, so that you may see what really is the truth and what really is deceit, if you will, man. Right, so bear with me. Let's go to the book of Habakkuk. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. Alright, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 6, verse 27. It says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. And yeah, because that's happening in a way right now. The Lord is using his prophets, his teachers, his watchmen that he set up to uncover and make naked deceit, which to uncover something, you are being revealed to it. Deceit is being revealed unto you, that you know, so that you may acknowledge that thing that once deceived you, that you thought to be true, is actually deceit, if you will. It says, verse 28, it says, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome. It says, and the truth which have been so long without fruit shall be declared. And right now it's being declared the prophets, the true prophets, is declaring the truth, man. Right? Because before that, because of Esau Edom, because of Esau Edom, that he been rule and authority and had power on the earth. This man has spread his deceit over the world, which is basically what this scripture is going into. Second Esdras chapter 5 verse 1. It says, "Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith." And how was the way of truth hidden? Because of Esau Edom. He cast a covering and a veil over the earth. He used his so-called education, his philosophy, literature, books, television, right, etc. to spread deceit over the world. It says, "But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, and that thou hast long ago." So, yeah, that was that falling away that has been, right? Right, let's get this real quick. Right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 14. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 14, it says, "For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord." Yeah, that's because the prophets, the teachers that the Lord have set up, that they're using social media, they're using YouTube, they're going out in the highways, in the public, in the streets, in the cities, where the people are at, and they're preaching His word. And guess what? I forgot what exactly time, but it started with Abba Bivens, man. It started with the elders of elders, man. The elder of the elders, man. And guess what? This, it started with that school, with those first elders, man. With Abba Bivens, with King Masha, Yaquab, them others, man. And guess what? They came to this truth, or they came to up the truth, and it grew. More people started coming to it. Now we have some elders that can teach us the truth, which is the elder apostles at Great Millstone, right? And the men under them, the teachers and the prophets and the watchmen under them, right? So we have many teachers and prophets out there. We have many teachers and prophets all around the world preaching His word. Right, this is brothers in probably Jamaica, Florida, Mississippi, right, London, the UK. Hey, this brothers in Europe, I'm sure. Brothers in probably France, I'm sure. All around this world, knowing of this truth and prophesying. It says in the book of Matthew chapter 24 that this word must be preached amongst the nations. Not word for word of scripture, not verbatim, but this gospel must be preached amongst the nations for a witness. And how is that being preached? How is this truth being preached? By way of the prophets, man. The prophets is preaching this word. Using social media, using something called YouTube. Going out in the public, man. And it's spreading all throughout the world. Now the deceit is being quenched. The deceit is being put out like a fire. It says, "For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea." It says, "Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink." And that's Esau Edom, the white man. He gave Actually the whole world, especially black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and the rest of the 12 tribes of Israel. He gave y'all drink, which is deceit, philosophy, false teachings, illusions, enchantments. He gave us that. He put that bottle into our mouth. When you go into the scriptures, sometimes drink or wine or strong drink will be likened sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes it will be likened onto deceit, likened onto philosophy, false teachings, false belief, illusions, enchantments. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also. So we are drunken, we intoxicated. We are intoxicated by deceit, philosophy, enchantments, illusions, false belief, false teachings. We are drunk by that. Right? It says, that's why, I ain't gonna say it, but it says, that thou mayest look on their nakedness also. That thou mayest look on their nakedness. Verse 16, it says, thou art filled, Salakia, it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. So right now, Esau Edom, he's being uncovered. He's being naked as well. Right? Because he had a covering over himself. He made himself to be that hero. He made the world think that he's that golden standard on the earth. He's that great people on the earth, that great nation. Such a rich history he has, man. That he set himself as, for example, the white guy upon a cross. That's an example, man. We're going into it. Says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. So right now, even the whole world, the whole world is really coming to acknowledging that this man is the devil, that this man is evil, this man is a tyrant on the earth. Right? I'm gonna close out on this one. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Let's go to the book of Proverbs. I don't got that much time, Salakia. Proverbs, matter of fact, yeah, I got, 2 more books I gotta go to, and Lord willing, I'm gonna close out. Right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 4. It says, their line is gone out through all the earth. And yeah, that's concerning the prophets. This message, this truth, is spreading throughout the world, because YouTube, social media, preaching in the public. That's why a lot of celebrities and a lot of the people in the world heard about Israelites. Right? It says, in their words to the ends of the world. This is encompassing the whole world. It says, in them have he set a tabernacle for the sun. It's Proverbs chapter Proverbs chapter 12, verse 19. It says, the lip of truth shall be established forever. And yeah, this truth is going to be established forever, man. Right? It says, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. And yeah, that deceit, that philosophy, that doctrine, that's false belief, that illusion, that enchantments, it's but for a moment. Right now it's being put out like fire, man. But this truth is being spreaded, and it's going to be established forever. So Lord willing, this video is edifying. Double honors to the elders of the house of David. Peace and blessings unto the elect. And salute to the fellow laborers. And all praises and honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Amen.